Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something deeper than just romance. Let's talk about love, the kind that heals, uplifts, and transforms. Because the truth is, many of us were never taught what real love looks like. We were shown the highlight reels in movies. We were fed stories where chaos equaled passion and pain was romanticized. But let me tell you something today that might shift everything for you. True love doesn't hurt you. True love doesn't leave you confused. And true love never requires you to lose yourself to keep someone else. Some of you watching this right now have been walking around with broken hearts, asking yourselves, why do I keep ending up in the same kind of relationship? Others have stayed in situations that feel more like survival than love just because they're scared of being alone. But let me ask you, what if the love you've been searching for isn't something to find, but something to become? Real love starts with you. It starts with how you see yourself. It starts with what you believe you deserve. And if you don't see your own value, if you don't speak kindly to yourself, treat yourself with respect, honor your boundaries, and expect more from your relationships, then you will always settle for less. You will keep calling chaos passion and mistaking inconsistency for mystery. You will confuse being wanted with being valued. Ladies and gentlemen, the most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. Because that relationship sets the tone for every other one in your life. When you love yourself, you stop begging for crumbs. You stop entertaining people who only show up when it's convenient. You stop accepting excuses instead of effort. You stop chasing love and start attracting it. So if you've ever been in a relationship that made you question your worth, this is for you. If you've ever found yourself giving too much just to keep someone who gave too little, this is your wake-up call. If you've ever stayed silent just to keep the peace, even while your soul was screaming, this is your reminder. Real love doesn't ask you to break yourself to keep it alive. This journey isn't about bitterness. It's about clarity. It's about truth. It's about rewriting the story you've been telling yourself about what love should feel like. Because love is not supposed to be confusing. Love is not supposed to come with ultimatums. Love is not supposed to silence you, shrink you, or drain you. Love is supposed to feel safe, steady, secure, supportive, soft. So today we begin with the most important step of all, the foundation of everything. Learning how to recognize true love. And here's the truth most people avoid. You can't recognize real love until you've given it to yourself first. Let's begin. Recognizing true love, it starts with you. True love isn't chaos, it isn't confusion, and it definitely isn't pain disguised as passion. Real love, the kind that nurtures your soul and brings peace to your heart, starts with one person, you. Before you can recognize true love in someone else, you must learn to give it to yourself. Because if you don't truly know your worth, if you haven't spent time understanding your needs, your values, your boundaries, then you'll accept anything that looks like love, even when it's hurting you. Let's get something clear. You attract what you believe you deserve. And if you don't believe you deserve peace, you'll keep inviting chaos. If you don't believe you deserve respect, you'll tolerate disrespect. That's why recognizing true love begins with healing the relationship you have with yourself. True love is never forced. It doesn't demand you to shrink, to stay quiet, or to settle. True love isn't about possession. It's about presence. It's about showing up consistently, emotionally, and authentically. It's about being there, not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's tough. Real love doesn't play games. It doesn't send mixed signals. It doesn't disappear when you need it most. True love makes you feel secure, not anxious. It brings clarity, not confusion. It feels like safety, not survival. The problem is too many people have only ever known conditional love. Love that says, I'll be here as long as you make me happy. Or I'll stay, but only if you change. That's not love. That's control wearing a disguise. True love says, I see you, I accept you, I support your growth. Not because you need to be fixed, but because I believe in your potential. It celebrates your wins, lifts you through your losses, and stands beside you, not over you. And you won't be able to recognize that kind of love if you're still tied to people who treat your heart like it's replaceable. You won't recognize it if you've convinced yourself that pain is just part of the package. Let me remind you, love should never hurt more than it heals. When someone truly loves you, they won't make you chase them. They won't punish you with silence. They won't gaslight you into questioning your reality. Instead, they will protect your heart as if it were their own. So start with you, learn your value, set your standards, speak your truth. Because when you love yourself deeply, you won't be impressed by temporary attention, sweet lies, or surface level charm. You wait for something deeper. You recognize true love not because of how loud it is, but because of how peaceful it feels. Spotting the red flags of toxic relationships. Let's talk about something we all need to hear. Not everything that looks like love is love. Some people are skilled at presenting a version of themselves that feels magnetic in the beginning, but once the mask slips, what's underneath can be damaging, draining, and destructive. Toxic relationships don't always start toxic. That's what makes them so dangerous. They often begin with intensity. They sweep you off your feet. They call constantly, text all day, want to be around you 24/7. At first, it feels flattering, like finally someone sees your worth. But soon, that attention turns into control, and that affection turns into emotional warfare. If you want to avoid toxic relationships, you have to get good at identifying the red flags early on. One of the biggest red flags? Inconsistency. One day they love you, the next day they ghost you. 1 week they're making promises, the next they're breaking them, without explanation. True love is consistent. It doesn't fluctuate based on moods or convenience. Another red flag is manipulation. Toxic people are masters of twisting your words, making you feel guilty for having needs, and shifting blame so subtly that you start to doubt your own memory. If every conversation turns into an argument where you're the villain, pause. That's not healthy communication. That's emotional manipulation. Toxic love often isolates you. At first, they'll say they just want more time with you, but over time, you find yourself disconnected from your friends, your family, even your hobbies. They want you all to themselves, not because they love you, but because they want to control you. Pay attention to how they handle your boundaries. Do they honor your no, or do they constantly try to push it, test it, or guilt you into changing it? If someone truly respects you, they'll respect your boundaries. If they don't, it's a sign they're more interested in having power over you than building something with you. Jealousy and possessiveness might seem cute in the beginning until it becomes obsessive. Until you're constantly explaining yourself, defending your every move, or being accused of things you haven't done. Love that comes with suspicion and surveillance is not love. It's control, rooted in insecurity. Here's something you must remember. You are not responsible for fixing broken people at the cost of your own peace. You are not here to sacrifice your mental and emotional well-being just to keep a relationship alive. If it costs you your joy, your confidence, or your sanity, it's too expensive. True love brings out your light. Toxic love slowly dims it. So trust your gut. Don't ignore the warning signs. Don't silence your inner voice that's trying to protect you. You deserve love that doesn't make you question your worth. You deserve love that helps you grow, not love that breaks you down just to build you up again. Choosing healthy love and creating a new standard after you've healed, after you've learned to recognize the red flags, after you've walked away from toxicity, you stand at a powerful crossroads. This is the moment where you decide the kind of love you will accept from this day forward. This is where you stop settling for bare minimum energy and start choosing healthy, soul-nourishing love. Healthy love feels different, sometimes so different it might even feel unfamiliar at first. That's because if you've been conditioned to chase people who are emotionally unavailable or inconsistent, you'll think calm love is boring. But let me tell you something important. Peace is not boring, it's powerful, and it's exactly what you deserve. In a healthy relationship, you're not walking on eggshells. You're not guessing where you stand. There's mutual respect, open communication, and emotional safety. You feel heard, seen, and supported, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Healthy love doesn't mean perfection. No relationship is flawless. But in healthy love, when issues arise, you work together, not against each other. You both take responsibility. You both show up. You both grow. Because healthy love is a partnership, not a power struggle. A partner who truly loves you will encourage your independence, not resent it. They'll cheer for your success, not compete with it. They'll honor your past without using it against you. They'll help you build a future based on trust, compassion, and effort, not fear, guilt, or games. You have to be bold enough to say, I will no longer entertain what doesn't honor me. That means not going back to what broke you just because it's familiar. That means walking away from people who say all the right things but never follow through with actions. That means realizing your peace is worth more than temporary attention. Choosing healthy love also means choosing you first. It means becoming the kind of person who lives with self-respect, emotional maturity, and firm boundaries. Because when you show up for yourself, you naturally attract people who do the same. If you want a love that's healthy, you have to stop normalizing dysfunction. You have to stop mistaking intensity for intimacy. You have to stop making excuses for people's poor behavior just because you care about them. Love isn't meant to break you. It's meant to build you. It's meant to be a safe place, not a battlefield. So raise your standards, heal your heart, and believe with everything in you that real love is out there and that you are worthy of it. You don't find true love by chasing it in broken places. You find it by becoming whole yourself. So choose wisely, love deeply. But never forget this, you set the standard for how others love you by how you love yourself.